as we are joined by a true queen of pop music. It's Jesy Nelson. Now, as you know, as 1/4 of Little Mix, you became part of the biggest selling girl group of all time. Yes, you did, babes. And now you're stepping out on your own for the very first time and, crucially, stepping into your power. Yes, queen, that's what it is about. So today, we're going to be talking about exactly that, your new music, your lead single, Boys, and we're also going to be talking about the challenges you've overcome to make it rain in your own life. So, Jesy Nelson, how are you, babe?
Oh, God. I mean, where do we start?
Where do we begin?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a bloody roller coaster, but like, I feel the happiest I've ever been, and that's the God's honest truth.
Oh my God, I love that. It's so amazing to hear you say that. And I'm not the only one who's here. We're also joined by our interactive fan wall. Let's say hello to the fans. Hey, fans! Oh my God, they are loving life. Yes, queens. So many queens up in this queendom today. Loving it. Sophie hasn't put her hand away from her mouth the whole time she's been on this screen. She's so overwhelmed and I'm loving it.
They're so cute.
Well, guys, you will be back shortly to ask some of your questions directly to Jesy. So stay right there and we'll be right back. So, babe, before we go any further,
yeah.
The new music.
No.
Now, you've been a tease with this, honey. Haven't you? So
yes.
What can you tell me? What can we expect?
Oh, well, you can expect some bangers.
Oh, perfect. And the lead single's called Boys.
Yes.
What are we exploring? What boys are we exploring? Are we
Right,
exploring
so
the bad boys, the good boys?
No, always the bad boys. In a nutshell, I went through a breakup and it was probably the first time I've ever been heartbroken in my life, and it was, can I swear?
You can swear, babe.
It was fucking horrendous. And I was laying in bed and I was like, why is it that when I've been with really, really nice boys that I get bored? And as soon as I get with someone that's bad, I'm obsessed with them. And I was like, why is it that most girls want a bad boy? And I was like, I need to write a song about this. So I was laying in bed and I was like, hold on, it would be so sick if I sampled the original Diddy Bad Boys for Life.
Stop it.
So then I messaged the guys that I was working with and I was like, you're going to think I'm mental, but I really, really want to sample this song and write a song about like why girls love bad boys and why I love a bad boy. And they were like, let's fucking do it. Went into the studio and that was the first song we wrote.
So out of heartbreak came this huge positive
yeah, I mean,
thing,
a lot
right?
of it, I mean, I've got so many stories to tell. So the album is like, yeah, there's a lot of stories on there, which is, I love because it's the first time I've ever kind of got to really explain how I truly feel in my songs, which is really refreshing and kind of like a weight.
It's liberating, right?
Yeah, massively. And it's really weird because like I've never really been into writing that much. Like I was in the beginning, at the start of the Little Mix journey. And then, I don't know what happened. Like, I think when we changed labels, I kind of like lost heart in it a bit. And it's always hard as well to get across your story when there's 4 girls and make it make sense within the song. So it's been so liberating to just tell my truth and tell my stories. And I just hope that when people listen to them, they really can relate and it makes them feel good about themselves.
Because you are sampling a little bit of 90s R&B, right, babe? So
I mean, I had to.
Is this an influence that's coming through the whole album?
Yeah. So I grew up on 90s R&B, hip hop. Like that is my thing. Like my close friends and family, people that know me know that that is me. And I just love the old school music. Like I miss that era. And so I really wanted to bring that era back and make it current now. Because I don't really feel like anyone's really done it, to be honest, like at the moment.
And babe, we need it.
Yeah,
I need this in my life.
I feel like everyone's craving it. So I was like, I'm just going to do it.
You're going to serve that up with a knife and fork, ready to go,
literally,
babe.
this is what I've always wanted to do. So I'm very excited for people to hear it.
Who has inspired you and passed the crown on to you, would you say?
All right, so music, Missy Elliott.
Oh, yeah.
She is...
Get your freak on, honey.
Missy Elliott, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, Rihanna, Doja Cat. But Missy Elliott, for me, like, as a kid, I would literally rush home and watch her music videos on MTV Base. Like, that was my childhood. And copying, like, the dance moves. Always wanted to be the little girl that was in her music video.
Now, babes, when I first announced we were going to do this episode, not going to lie, it went a little bit crazy.
Did it?
Went a little bit mad, babes.
I love that.
But one of the things that people kept DMing me, kept being like, can you just ask if she's okay?
Oh,
can you ask if she's all right?
So sweet.
And I know that you've recently opened up about the circumstance that led to you leaving the group.
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know, what led up to that decision?
There were so many factors that played into it. I don't think people really knew that I was like really truly unhappy for quite a long time, like 10 years of my life. Like, don't get me wrong, I like had times when there was moments when I like really loved it, but it felt like there was way more times that I was sad than I was happy. I don't think people realise how hard it is to be in a girl band. And there's a lot that comes with it that people don't know about. And obviously, I don't get to make my own decisions. Like, 3 people have to agree as well. So, you know, there would always be disagreements on certain things, and it's hard. It is, there's a lot of compromise, and I think that's what feels so liberating for me, is that I'm now, like, being able to stand in my own truth. I can do whatever I want, make the music that I've always wanted to make. And it just feels amazing.
Do you feel like you're being unapologetically you now?
Yeah.
And what does unapologetically you mean?
I mean, I feel like some people won't understand it and will think this is a bit dramatic, but just little things like being able to wear what I want to wear. Like, no one ever told me what I could wear, but when it came to little things like, I don't know, if we had to do a video and everyone had to wear bikinis and I didn't want to wear a bikini because I felt like shit, I couldn't not. Because then if I was to wear, I don't know, trousers and a top, people would be like, why is Jesy wearing trousers and a top? And then I would get loads of shit for it. And it's just the little things like that that would make me feel trapped. And I know that can sound quite dramatic, but I feel like unless you're in it, you won't ever understand it. And it was just the constant comparison every single day that was hard. And that eventually, after 10 years, takes a massive toll on your mental health. And I think that's what people don't understand. I think people... I feel like I'm going to get upset.
I'll take upset, babes. You're all good.
I feel like a lot of people think that it's selfish that I've left the group. And it really affected me at the start. Like, I really didn't want to upset people and I didn't want people to think that about me. But I don't care anymore, like, because it was 10 years of my life that I was very unhappy with. And I needed to, like, take myself out of that and genuinely do what's going to make me happy. And some people may not understand that, but, you know, you live once and you have to do what makes you happy. So, yeah.
I think anyone who was in the same situation as you and felt like that for 10 years, they would totally understand that. You have to take control of your own life. You have to be your own ally, right?
Yeah.
You have to stand up for yourself.
And I feel like I didn't. Like, I genuinely feel like I'm standing up for myself now, and I feel like I didn't. And that's what feels really nice, that I'm actually, like, looking after myself now instead of worrying about what other people think now and worrying that people are going to be mad at me or be angry at me. And now I'm just, like, standing my truth. I'm just doing me now. And if people want to support me, then amazing. If they don't, then that's up to them.
Do you think sitting here today you feel more empowered than you ever have done before?
Yeah, massively. And, like, I know it sounds really silly, like, I was lying a lot of the time, like, because I just so badly wanted to be accepted and just didn't want to be compared all the time. And so, like, even the last interview that I did with you, like, I was like, yeah, I'm like, this is the most confident. No, I wasn't. I was fucking lying. That wasn't the truth. And, like, for once in my life, like, I can genuinely say, like, hand on my heart, like, this is the happiest I've ever been. And that's how I know I made the right decision.
That's such an amazing moment to get to in life. Whatever decisions you make, to actually sit in it and just be like, do you know what? I've made the right decision.
Yeah.
And that's such an amazing moment to get to. And did that come for you when you stepped in the recording studio for the first time? When did you step into the recording studio for the first time?
Oh, gosh, that was... so, first time I went to the recording studio was March. And I genuinely, like... I've never had this much time off of work. And so I eventually got bored very quickly because I'm so used to working 24/7. And I've become really good friends with the two guys that I work with, Loose Change. And they were like, do you just want to come in and write music and maybe write for other people? Just take your mind off things, just have fun. And I was like, fuck it, why not? So I went in and it just happened so naturally, like nothing was forced. And yeah, like I said, the first song that we wrote was the first single, which is crazy.
It's amazing.
Like, it's actually mad.
That's when you know it's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, like I've never really loved writing. And this is like, I feel like this is what I was meant to do, which is really weird. And I don't know if that's because now I'm telling my stories and it's for me and it's like, it feels way more authentic. But yeah, I love writing and I love creating. I'm such a creative person. So like I've like co-directed the music video with my best friend.
Babe, she doesn't stop.
Yeah. But like that was so important to me because I want to start as I mean to go on.
Do you feel like you've been able to take control of your mental health kind of for the first time by stepping into being a solo artist?
Yeah, massively, because I'm taking control of everything now, down to my music videos, down to my styling, down to the every single thing. Like before it was, it was a collective. Now it's just me, and that's scary, but I love that because if it does go to shit, then I'm okay with that because this is my truth and this is what I wanted to do.
Have you learned from that experience that the real success is being true to yourself? Rather, because I mean, you've achieved so much stuff, like beyond any recognition than anyone could even imagine. So, and that success is amazing, but have you learned that success is the true success?
Yeah, like I would never want to take away from that because like what we achieved as a group was fucking incredible. Like, and I'm so proud of all of us for what we've achieved. But I think true happiness is doing you.
Because I remember when you left, and I remember thinking it must be so difficult when something you wanted for so long, and you have the dream, and the dream doesn't fit you.
It's horrible. And this is the thing, like, I'm quite, people that actually really know me, like friends, like team, when I'm down, people know that I'm down, but I'm good at like switching it on and drifting to like, be happy.
Do the show.
Yeah, literally. And I think that's what I was good at in Little Mix. Like I was good at like just, pretending a lot of the time. And yeah, it just got too much and I needed to just take control and look after myself.
Well, let's take it back to something you said earlier, actually, which I thought I really liked. You were saying this is music you always want to make and you put that out on Instagram as well. Do you feel like now you are taking control of your own narrative for the first time, really?
Yeah, well, I mean, absolutely I do. And I think that's another reason why I do genuinely feel like truly, truly happy because I'm, like, obviously I loved, like, being in Little Mix and I loved what we did. I loved the music that we made, but, people knew that I was struggling within the team. I'd voiced that. And then obviously, like, I just started having, like, random panic attacks, like, when I was going to work. Like, we did Live Lounge and I had a panic attack and I'd had them in the very beginning of Little Mix. And then I thought that I was never going to have them again. Like, I thought I'd kind of got over that. And then when they just started happening randomly, I was like, this isn't right, this isn't normal. And then the last music video that I did, Sweet Melody, I got myself in such a state and it just... And also it wasn't nice for Jade, Perry and Leanne to be around as well. Like, they're having a great time on a music video. To be around someone that's, having panic attacks and not feeling good in themselves, like, that's also not nice for them to be around. And I just felt like I need to remove myself from this situation now because it's too much now. And this isn't healthy for me to feel this way. Like, this has been 10 years now. And so, yeah, it was a lot of things that made me come to the decision. But I think my family had just seen me struggle a lot. Like, people only ever see me on interviews and, TV, and no one sees Jesy when she goes home and she's crying to her family. And that's what my friends and family saw a lot of. And so they also were like, especially my mum, she was like, I think you really need to look after yourself now because this isn't healthy. What's shit for my mum is my mum saw me as a barmaid who was very confident, who was always happy, to then go to someone who had no confidence, was down all the time, depressed. And that was really hard as a mum for her to like watch that. And for her to just, my mum's very much the type of mum who's like, I couldn't give a shit what you do. Like if you want to, I don't know, work in McDonald's, if that's what makes you happy, do that. My mum does not care about money, fame, all of that shit. She just wants me to be happy. And so, yeah, for her to, like, see her daughter do something that she's always wanted to do, but see her be so miserable, my mum was like, why are you doing this? Like, you live once. Like, this isn't the you. Like, this isn't the Jesy that I know. Like, you've become someone I don't even recognise anymore. And I think that's quite scary for a mum to have to, like, go through and see that. And she had no control over it. Like, ultimately, like, she can give her opinion and she can give her advice, but, yeah, she kind of just had to sit back and just watch it happen.
And I think when you have panic attacks, that it's so uncontrollable and you can't see an escape from it. Yeah. Can you?
No, well, the thing is, I think if you haven't experienced it, it's really hard to understand what it makes you feel like. Like, you literally feel like you're being strangled, like you can't breathe. And for that to happen when we're about to do, like, a live performance, like, it's not good, it's not normal. I knew something wasn't right. And I just felt like every day I was getting worse and worse. And, yeah, I just knew that I had to do something about it.
How do you manage your mental health now?
Now? Well, I feel like now I've obviously got a lot more freedom. Being in Little Mix is literally like a machine. You don't have any time off. You can't switch off. Even when you go home, your phone is constantly going off about work, and your life is planned out. Don't get me wrong, like we did amazing things, and I wouldn't have this platform now if I hadn't have, been in Little Mix and done all what we've done. But it is you do feel quite trapped, and to not be able to like just wake up and be like, oh, I think I want to do this today, and have a choice of what you want to do is quite, I don't know how to describe it. And if my manager goes, Jess, do you want to do this today? I can go, yeah. Or if I don't, no.
You'd be like, no, babe.
Yeah. And, like, that's my choice now. No one else's. And I think that's mentally what's made me feel so much better.
And I think as well, like, talking openly and honestly is such a healing process.
Massively.
As well. Have you found that opening up has helped you the most? Yeah,
definitely. Well, I mean, to be honest, like, I haven't really done that many interviews since leaving Little Mix, but, I mean, I always think being open and honest about your struggles and what you've been through is, like, helps anyone. And I never used to think that. I always used to, like, keep everything in, and that's generally what made it worse. But, yeah, I think being open and honest has definitely lifted a weight off of my shoulders.
And now you go into this new chapter, which we're so excited about. And you look back at this 10-year career that you've had, which is extraordinary. And I mean, you guys won Best Group at the Brit Awards, which is kind of an amazing way to end the chapter in a way.
Yeah.
Do you feel... Yes! We love the woos. Do you feel like that was an amazing moment for you to go, do you know what? I'm on to the next thing now.
Like, I had, honestly, the most incredible memories with Little Mix. Like, we laughed so much. Like, they're like my sisters. But yeah, definitely, like, obviously them getting the #1 with Sweet Melody and the Brit Award, like, it's everything they deserve. Like, we've always just, like, I was so happy for them when they won that Brit Award because they fucking deserve it. They really, really do. They're the best girl band in the world. And so, yeah, it felt really nice. It was, like, a really nice way to, like, end that journey.
Do you know what's so amazing about what you just said is I think that speaks so much about the power of sisterhood, right? And I think that sisterhood will always be there, won't it?
Yeah, definitely. They're amazing and they will continue to be amazing, whatever they do, whether they stay as a free, whether they do their solo thing. But, yeah, I have a lot of love for them.
When do you think you felt the proudest of yourself?
Ooh, probably the day of my music video, yeah, because I honestly never thought I would get to that part of my life. Like, I really, really didn't, because I was down for so long. And I don't know, sometimes I think when you're in that headspace, you feel like you're never going to get out of it. And yeah, so to be there, like, on the set of my music video with, like, all these people there for me, like, it was very overwhelming. I had a moment where I was like, oh, holy fuck, this is all for me. Like, it was a lot to take in. But yeah, I felt like really proud, and like just watching my mum like watch it all, and it was such a lovely day. It was such a fun experience.
I love to hear it, babes. Yes, I'm so excited for you. Honestly. And like, when we're looking to the future, obviously we want to see you on stage.
Yes.
How do you feel about getting out on stage the first time on your own? Does it fill you with excitement? Does it fill you with nerves?
It's every emotion possible, actually. More excitement than nerves.
Yeah.
Because, like, I already know what I want my first performance to look like.
Ooh.
Like, I've already planned out everything, how it's going to go and what it's going to look like, which is so exciting. But yeah, no, I don't. Obviously, I will be nervous, but I just can't wait. I just can't fucking wait for everyone to hear my music. Yeah, I just can't wait for everyone to hear my story as well and, like, see what I've been doing, because obviously I haven't been able to share it yet. So it's going to be so nice to just let it out into the world and see what people think of it.
Do you feel like you've been able to let go of some of your insecurities?
Yeah, definitely. I'm a human being. I'm always going to have insecurities. Like I said, there's going to be days when I wake up and I feel like shit and I put on weight or whatever. But I think now I'm just like, I'm on my own journey now. I'm doing what I love, and I'm not really focused so much now on what I don't like about myself anymore. Like, and I felt like that was genuinely what a lot of my days were, just comparing myself, picking myself apart. Whereas now I've got, like, so much to focus on, like, and I'm doing it all for me, like, which feels really good.
Yes, babes. Yes! I love that. Now we're going to come to a new section, which is called the Royal Email. So this new feature, the Royal Email, is all about, wait for it, people writing in their questions to the queens and you helping them solve said issues.
Oh, wonderful.
So are you ready for this, babe?
Absolutely.
First question is from Shaz.
Okay. Bring it on, Shaz.
I'm into a guy who claims that he's into me, but now he's being distant.
Oh.
Bloody typical, if you ask me. One minute he asks like he wants me, the next he ghosts me. It's a tale as old as time, isn't it?
Yeah, it
I
really
just
is.
don't understand where we are. What shall I do?
Jog him on, Shaz. I'm sorry, you're a queen. You ain't got time for people to be ghosting you and playing games with you. I can't stand people like that. I'm all for it in the beginning when you want to be a bit like, play hard to get.
A bit hard to get.
Yeah, but no. How long's it been, as she said? How long?
She actually said it's been about a month.
Listen, he's a little boy if he wants to play games. You need a man. So, that's what I say, Shaz. You deserve a bit of hand.
Go get that man, Shaz. Okay. Me and my best mate are drifting apart. We've never had an argument. She wants to go out clubbing every night, but I'm over it.
Right.
I mean, I don't really understand that because I'm desperate to get onto that club floor. What do? I just feel like we're different people, but I still miss her.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
She just needs to be honest with her. That's what I think. Just
Honesty's the best policy,
yeah,
babes.
sit down, have a cup of tea, whatever it is you have, and just say, like, I don't like going out as much as you. And I feel like we're drifting apart because of this. And, you know, can we, like, maybe schedule in a day?
Love that.
Like, where we just have us time, where we don't have to go out and party. Honesty is the best policy.
Yeah.
And if she genuinely is your best friend, she will understand.
And then the final one, which is absolutely hilarious. I'm obsessed this is actually a problem.
Oh, no.
It's from Jess. I've got the ick because he sleeps with one pillow and not two.
Right.
Is there any coming back from that ick? Should she go with the ick or should she stick, Jesy?
Like, Jess has been a bit harsh, if I'm honest. It's not really something to get the ick over. But I feel like if she's got the ick, she's got the ick. For me personally, once I've got the ick, there's no going back.
What gives you the ick?
Oh, lots of things. What gives me the ick? Someone who finds themselves really funny and I just don't find them funny. laziness.
Oh.
Yeah, they're the two things really that give me the ick. Also, I mean, this is where I'm a bit, you know, I say I want someone who's like all there for me, but then as soon as they're like all there for me, I'm like, oh.
You're like, step away from the vehicle.
When they're keen D, like, that can give me the ick. So, yeah.
It's a complicated ick situation, isn't it?
But I do honestly think that once you've got the ick, it's very hard to come back from that.
So now we're going to be joined by the very exciting audience wall. Yes, we are. Here they are. Woo! We literally love to see it. And now we're going to give them a chance to ask Jesy some very important questions that they've got for you. So we are going to go to Shaq. Coming all the way from Nairobi, babes. Yes.
Yes, queen.
Oh my God, yes. Shaq's babe, how are you?
I'm sweaty.
Oh, don't worry, so are we. We're so sweaty.
First of all, Jess, Jesus Christ, I love you.
Oh, I love you.
So, my question is, we have received so much unwarranted hate and trolling and bullying in the past, so unfortunately I've been bullied as well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just want to ask for some tips on how you have gone from it and become the queen that you are.
Well, first of all, you are a queen, so know that.
Yes, Shax.
When people bully or troll people, you have to understand that, one, it takes a lot of time out of your day to want to do that to someone, so you must not have much of a life. Second of all, you kind of have to be kind of quite sad and not feel very good in yourself to want to do that to someone, because no genuine happy person, for me personally, would ever go, me and you, all these guys here, would never go around, you know, thinking, oh, who am I going to write something to today? Like,
100%.
You've got to have something deep-rooted in you that's like, you're not happy, you know, it's to want to do that to someone. And I think when it comes to that, you just got to really know that, because there's no reason to go around bullying people or being nasty to people for no reason. And it's definitely not you, because like we said, you're a queen. So you just got to feel sorry for them and just surround yourself with people that make you feel bloody good about yourself.
Oh, yes, Shax, you're back over here.
Because you deserve it.
Thank you so much, Shax.
Thank you, Shax.
We love you. Woo! Okay, next up, Hazel. Babes, what is your question for Jesy?
Hey, Hazel.
Whenever you're feeling overwhelmed or you feel great, what do you enjoy doing? Like journaling, watching films, eating friends?
Oh.
Does she go to the spa? What does she do?
Do you know what? I'm not really a spa girl. Like, I'm not. There's lots of things I like to do. I love going in the studio and writing music, because when I'm feeling a certain type of way, for me, that's the best time to go in the studio and let it all out.
Yes.
You do, though. You create the best songs from, like, however you're feeling. I love to just chill with my girl mates, my friends, eat a load of shit, and, yeah, just gossip and chat and all that.
There's nothing a bit of gossip can't solve, babes, is there?
And then sometimes I just love a good night out.
Oh, babe,
Letting my
slut
hair...
drop here and there. Do you know what I mean?
Literally, love a good boogie. And, yeah, literally, I just love being around my friends, honestly, because my friends are just amazing and they're so, like, uplifting and, yeah, so that's what I like to do.
Love that. Thank you, Hazel.
Thank you.
Next up, we have, and I know you know who this person is. It's Dylan.
Dylan!
Yes, Dylan. Hi, babes. Dylan, I hear a rumour that Jesy actually told me that you have a Jesy tattoo on your body. If it's not somewhere kinky, can you show us?
I'm so stuck in this top right now.
It's right there. Stunning. I love that. Dylan, what's your question for Jesy? We can sing back.
My question for Jesy is, if you could take one song, any in the world, past or present, as your own, what would it be?
Oh, my God. There's too many. I'd choose I'm Better from Missy Elliott.
Love.
Beyonce, it would be If I Were a Boy.
Oh, hitting me at the heart there, babe.
I'll go with them two for now.
Stunning. I think they're two very big songs to bring in this faux life that we're talking about here. So that's amazing. Thank you so much for joining us, Dylan.
Thank you, Dylan. Love you.
Good luck with the rest of the tattoo, babes. Okay, Sophie Andrews. I know you're very excited, Sophie, coming all the way from Hartlepool, babes.
Hi.
Oh, Sophie. How are you, babes?
I'm good, thank you.
What's your question for Jesy?
My question is, if you could tell your younger self one thing, what would it be?
It's really hard because I tell myself, just not to worry and not to listen to so many opinions and let things get me down. But at the end of the day, you're human, and I think you can't control how you feel when things like that happen.
You have to go through that journey, right?
Yeah, also, I wouldn't be the person that I am today if all this stuff hadn't have happened to me. And it's definitely made me so much stronger. I think just to know my worth a bit more and just really truly believe in myself, because I struggled with that a lot when I was younger. So yeah, just know my worth.
Yes. So Sophie, know your worth, hun. Yes.
Thank you, Sophie.
Sophie, I love your hair as well, babe.
Yes, banging.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed. Love it. Okay, Brody Simpson. Babes, how are you?
Hey, Brody.
Hi.
Oh.
Can I just say, you've inspired so much positive change in my life this last year.
Oh, that's so nice.
I love you so much.
Oh, I love you too, and I love your hair.
We've got so many great hairstyles today, haven't we?
Yeah.
You guys really turned up. So Brody, what's your question for Jesy?
So my question, Jesy, is, have you ever shamelessly just got up and karaoke and belted out one of your own songs?
No, I actually haven't. I've actually, yeah, sorry to disappoint you there. You know what's really weird? Obviously, I'm a singer.
Yeah.
But to sing in front of a small group of people scares the shit out of me. I know that sounds really weird because
She
I'm a
needs the
performer.
O2 Arena, babes, don't you?
No, it sounds mad, but I actually feel so much more confident performing in front of loads of people than a small group of people. So no, I've never been one for karaoke. I think I'd have to be absolutely smashed to do it, to be honest.
Love that. Thank you, Brody. We are now going to go to Claudio. Claudio, bring in
Yes, the true artiste.
Yes! All the way from Belgium and bring in some hat game at the same time.
Yeah, you look so good.
Claudio, babes, what is your question?
So, we all knew that you loved R&B music genre.
Yes.
Can we expect something like that in your new music, like rapping or something?
Oh, I can tell you actually there's no rapping.
That actually surprises me.
Really? I'm not a rapper.
No, but babes, I swear back in the day.
No, definitely not. I think I got asked to do it once on X Factor and never again.
I was like, gosh, she's got great skills, but you're like, no.
But no, it's definitely R&B inspired.
Love that. Thank you, Claudio. Yeah. Guys, we've loved having all of you join us. We loved all the questions. You guys are queens in your own right as well. So big love to you. Thank you so much.
Yay!
Well, babes, we always end with one final question.
Oh, okay.
And that is, in the reign of your life, what is the one rule you will always live by?
Always be yourself.
Yes, babes. That obviously deserved an over-the-shoulder with that. Well, babes, thank you so much for joining me.
So
it's honestly been the biggest joy. This episode will be available to watch whenever you like. And it's also available on all podcast providers now. And we'll see you very soon for another special episode of Rain with Josh Smith. Thank you so much for joining me. Yes!